Yes, so I'm not going to start the video with any sort of introduction today. I will try to make the video as short as possible because every day the video becomes a very long one, and many of you feel it difficult for you to watch the entire video. So today we are going directly into our lesson. So today we are going to learn incorrect English and correct English. That is, we are going to find errors. What sort of errors? The errors that are very common in the English spoken or written by the Indian students. As we are Indians, we are going to focus on the mistakes that we generally are prone to make. Number one, I prefer tea more than coffee. I prefer tea more than coffee. Apparently, a correct sentence because the meaning does not confuse you. You can clearly understand what your friend wants to say. And so you think that the sentence is absolutely faultless. But, dear, a strict grammarian will tell you that the construction of the sentence is incorrect. Absolutely incorrect. Why? Where is the error in this sentence? The error lies in this phrase, more than, these two words. Always remember, my dear friends, when you are using the verb prefer, do not ever use any comparative word with prefer. And you know very well that more is a comparative word. And so more is followed by than. Now, when we have to remove more, we have to remove than as well. Then something else must be used there. What will be used? Simply the preposition to, to will be used. So what we have to say? I prefer tea to coffee. Look at the correct sentence. I prefer tea to coffee. Do not use more than. Do not say I prefer chicken more than mutton. Do not say that's wrong sentence. But I prefer chicken to mutton. But if you want to use the synonym of prefer, like, okay, then what should you say? I like tea more than coffee. In that sense, the construction of the sentence is absolutely correct. If you use like, I like chicken more than mutton, there is no problem with the sentence. But only the problem is found when we use more than with prefer, because prefer is followed by the preposition to. I prefer tea to chicken. I prefer chicken to mutton. I prefer tea to coffee. Okay. Number two, he needs the required equipments to climb the mountain. To climb the mountain, you need some equipments. Otherwise, it is not possible for you to climb the mountain. If you ask any climber, the climber will tell you what sort of equipments are required. Now, I'm going on speaking wrong English actually now, so that I can tell you where the error is. Can you look at the error in this sentence? If you can look at the error, please mention that in the comment box. And if you do not know it, don't worry. I'm there to help you out, my dear friends. Here the mistake in this particular word, equipments. Why? Because equipment is an uncountable noun. It is not a countable noun. And as it is an uncountable noun, we can never use s or es with this noun. If you use s with this noun, it becomes a countable noun. And that is the mistake. Because equipment, according to Oxford, is never a countable noun. So do not say, I want to buy some equipments. Simply say, I want to buy some equipment. He needs the required equipment to climb the mountain. Here you see, he needs the required equipment, no S, to climb the mountain. Not only equipment, there are a few more words which are used always uncountably, so you cannot add s or yes to those words. But we make the mistake just because in our Indian language we use in place of this particular word we are likely to use the Indian counterpart in the plural sense. Okay, but in English we have this problem for that reason only, because we translate the sentence, the Indian sentence into English. Now, what are the other words? Note down, please, in your diary or in your exercise book, anywhere. Just if you have a piece of paper and a pen, there you note down. The other words are information. Do not say, I have an information. It is wrong, because it is an uncountable noun. So it must not be preceded by N, A-N-N. And must not be followed by S. You cannot say, he has many informations. You cannot say that. So if you want to quantify information, what will you say? You have to say, I have a piece of information, or I have collected many pieces of information from him, not informations. In the same way, scenery, S-C-E-N-E-R-Y, scenery. Scenery, you know the word. That's a very common word in India as well. So scenery is an uncountable noun. You cannot add s or yes to this word. Say if anybody tells you that I have two sceneries in my drawing room. As you know that that's a fault, you understand that he is speaking incorrect English. But you understand the meaning clearly. So if he wants to quantify, he has to say, I have two pieces of information, I have two pieces of scenery in my house. In the same way, furniture. You cannot, of course, pluralize furniture. You cannot say, I need to buy some furnitures. Then you'll be wrong. Because we know that furniture, the word furniture is also an uncountable noun. So you have to say, I have to buy quite a few pieces of furniture. Quite a few pieces of furniture. Or simply, we need some furniture for the classroom. We need some furniture for the classroom. No S, no ES, nothing of that sort. So these three words I have given you, there are many more words, but right at this moment, if I go to give you all those words which are used as uncountable nouns, then the video will be prolonged, and so it is not necessary for me to cover all those words in this session, but I promise that someday I shall make a video only on these words only, so that you get a list of similar words which are never used with S or ES. Okay? Let's move on to number 3. Number 3 is he is having 2 children. My uncle is having 3 cars. My uncle is so rich that he is having 3 cars. Is there any error? Do you understand what I mean? Yes, you understand very clearly. But a strict grammarian will tell you that I am wrong. Why I am wrong? Because I am using have in the progressive tense, that is, in the continuous tense, when I'm using have in the sense of possess. When you use the word have as a synonym of possess, do not ever use this particular word in the continuous tense, in the progressive tense. So never say that he is having 2 children, or my uncle is having 3 cars, or I am having 2 cars. Do not say that, because I am using have here in the sense of possess. I mean, I possess 2 cars, or my uncle possesses 3 cars. So in the same way, my uncle has 3 cars, I have 2 cars, and he has 2 children. Here you see the correct sentence, he has 2 children, not he is having. But when we use have in the sense of take, then we add ing. For example, he is taking a bath. He is taking a bath. So in the sense of take, I'm using have now. He is having a bath. Let me go and have a bath. So in the continuous tense, I may say, he is having a bath, or I am having a bath, or what are you doing now? I'm having lunch. I'm having lunch. Because you are using the word have in the sense of take. So remember this difference clearly. When you use the word have as a synonym of possess, do not use this word have in the progressive tense. But when you use the word have in the sense of take, then if you like, if the situation demands, you may add ing to have. That is, you may use it in the continuous tense. Is it clear? If it is not yet clear, please mention that in the comment box, and I shall clarify that further for you only, individually. All right, let's move on to number 4 now. Number 4 is, she has completed her graduation last year. I have completed my MA last year. Or, have you received his letter? Yes, I have received his letter yesterday. I have received his letter yesterday. What is the error? The meaning is clear. There is no confusion. But there is an error. And we, Indian students, generally are prone to make this kind of mistakes because we translate the Indian language sentences into English. And in that process, we are prone to make those mistakes, which we have just talked about. So in this sentence also, you see last year, this phrase is used here, last year. And last means what is already over. So if you say last year or last day or yesterday, that means that particular point in time is over already. So this tense is incorrectly used. She has completed her graduation last year. This has is a mistake. She completed. Simply in the simple past tense, you have to use this sentence. She completed her graduation last year. I received your letter yesterday, not I have received. Because if you say I have received your letter yesterday, you are using the present continuous tense while you are mentioning the point in time that is yesterday, which is already over. And therein lies the mistake. So when you are appearing at an examination, you may have to face this kind of questions. And then if you do not know the rule, you will not be able to find out the error. And if you cannot locate the error, you are not going to score. All right. So here always say, here look at the correct sentence. She completed her graduation last year. No has is there, no present perfect tense. Simply in the past tense, this sentence is constructed. Let's go directly now to number 5. And number 5 is, I ordered for a veg burger. What's the matter, man? I ordered for a veg burger and it is almost half an hour now. You have not yet given me. You have not yet served me. Correct? Meaning is okay. All right. You can understand. The waiter understands very well what the customer says. But if the waiter has the knowledge of grammar, then the waiter will of course understand that the customer is speaking wrong English. Here the word order has been used as a verb. You can clearly understand because ed has been added. I ordered written here. So when order is used as a verb, never use the preposition for after order. So what will be the correct sentence? Come here. Look at the correct sentence. I ordered a veg burger, not for a veg burger. Never say, have you ordered for lunch? No. Have you ordered lunch? Now the question is, when we use order as a noun, should we use the preposition? Yes, my dear friends, if you use the word order as a noun, you are at liberty to use for, F-O-R. For example, have you placed the order for lunch? Here you see, understand, you can clearly see that in this sentence, order is used as a noun because the verb is place. So, I have placed the order is a noun, for lunch. I placed the order for a veg burger. Placed the order for a veg burger. So there it is okay, all right. So the clear rule is that Order, when order is used as a verb, it is never followed by for, never followed by any preposition for that matter. But when it is used as a noun, it is followed by the preposition for, F-O-R. All right, here you see the correct sentence. I ordered a veg burger. Let's move directly on to the next one, and next one is number 6. He is a 10 years old boy. He is a 10 years old boy. If you use this sentence when you are talking to an Englishman, the Englishman will not say, of course, pardon please, or excuse me, sorry, because he understands what you mean. But as he is an Englishman, educated Englishman, he understands that this Indian is speaking wrong English. Why wrong? What is the mistake in this sentence? See, he is a 10 years old boy. Here you are using the word boy, the common noun boy. So 10 years old, just before the common noun, it becomes an adjective very naturally. It becomes a compound adjective which qualifies the common noun boy. Herein lies the mistake. He is a 10-year-old boy, not is. And you have to use a hyphen after 10 and after years. 10 hyphen years hyphen old. He is a 10-year-old boy. So years, is will be dropped. You cannot use this word, this letter is with year when you are using this as a compound adjective, which is followed by, which is followed by the common noun, boy, girl, or whatever you say, man, any common noun. Here you look at the correct sentence. He is a 10-year-old boy. 10 hyphen year hyphen old boy. Now you understand? Why? Because boy, this common noun, is being qualified by this compound adjective 10-year-old. So no 10 years, no years at all, years simply. Now, say for example, you are dropping this common noun, boy. You are not using the common noun boy after this particular phrase. So if you do not use this common noun, you are not going to use this article as well. This article is necessary only when you are using a common noun. But say I am not using the common noun, boy. I cannot use a. Then what should I say? He is 10 years old. Am I correct now? He is 10 years old. No hyphen, nothing. He is 10 years old. Of course, I am absolutely spot on. Why? Because here I am not using this particular phrase as a compound adjective qualifying a common noun that follows it. I am simply using this sentence, he is 10 years old. My friend is 30 years old. My friend is 30 years old. If I say my friend is a 30 years old man, I'm wrong, because I have used the common noun man after 30 years old. So 30 years old will become a compound adjective, and I have to use 30 hyphen year, not years, year hyphen old, old. My friend is a 30-year-old man. Now if I do not use man, I'm not using any article as well. I'm saying my friend is 30 years old. I'm correct. Okay, I think I have been able to make the matter clear now. If you still have some problem, please don't hesitate to share your problem with me, and I will try my best to solve your problem. And that is my determination. If you cooperate with me, if you provide me, if you allow me to help you. Okay, so here you have seen the correct sentence. He is a 10-year-old boy. Let's move on to number 7 now. What is there? He suggested me to take the job. I went to my uncle when I had got the job offer, and I consulted my uncle. My uncle suggested me to take the job. Do you have any confusion? Do you feel the sentence confuses you as to its meaning? I think not. You can clearly understand. But once again, a strict grammarian will say that I have used a wrong sentence. I have spoken a completely incorrect sentence. Why? Because the verb suggest or suggested, whatever you say, suggest must be followed by a nominal clause. Nominal clause means a noun clause. What a clause is and what a phrase is, I discussed in one of the earlier videos. So if you have not yet watched that video, please, I advise you to watch that video. Then you will understand clearly what a phrase is and what a clause is. Okay, there are more than 300 videos on this channel. So you will find, of course, what sort of lesson you need. Okay, so what will be the correct one? Look at the correct one. He suggested, all right, he suggested. Then see the noun clause, that I take the job, that I take the job. He suggested that I take the job. I suggested that you do it, not that I suggested you to do it. Okay, do not use in that sense. Always use suggest or suggested followed by a noun clause. Don't forget it, my dear friends. If you forget it, then you will be making wrong sentences once again. And another thing also to be noticed. See here, he suggested, it is in the past tense. It is already over, the act of suggesting is already over. So he suggested. Now you see in the clause, that I take the job. It is in the present tense. It is in the past tense, it is in the present tense. But our common knowledge says that if the reporting verb and the reported verb must agree. But here in this respect, it is not agreeing. Why? Because suggest, when we are using the verb suggest or suggested, even if in the past tense, it doesn't matter. The noun clause will of course be in the simple present tense. The noun clause must not be in the simple past tense or past perfect tense. It must be in the simple present tense. Am I clear to you? If not clear, once again I shall tell you there is only one mode of communication, and that is the comment box. And down below you will find the WhatsApp number. If you want to communicate with me, you may send me messages via WhatsApp, and the number is clearly mentioned there in the description box. Collect the number from there and contact me if you need any sort of help. All right, so we have learned these 7 errors and their corrections. Now I think when you speak English or you write English, you must not be making the mistakes that you used to make earlier. My dear friends, I have started this video without any long introduction, so I'm going to conclude without any long conclusion, because introduction and conclusion occupy a lot of time. That's right. I'm dropping these two. Don't mind, please. If you like the video, I'll be glad. Thank you very much. See you again in the next session. Bye-bye.